Please, everyone, give Sonia a thumbs up. You see, she has done something. Give her a thumbs up, please. Sonia, you see how everyone is clapping for you. Everyone, they're clapping for you. So show them the way.
Good evening. Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Sonia. So, this is England and Will crime analysis prepared by me, and introduction to this my analysis explores crime trend. So I'm explaining crime trends from England and Will using visualizations. Can you hear me?
Go
I'm
ahead, Sonia.
analyzing.
We can hear you. Go ahead.
Um, This analysis explores crime trend in England and Wales. I'm using visualization to identify patterns and relationships and key insights from crime data over multiple years. So this dashboard now it covers total offense, crime types, regional distribution, and crime trends over time. The objective of this analysis is to analyze crime pattern by region, offense, type, and year. The second objective is to identify high crime region and type of offenses contributing most to overall crime rates. The third objective is to track trends in crime over time and years over year and years over years, YOY changes, and to explore the relationship between different crime metrics. First of all, I would like to acknowledge everyone here. Special thanks to Datafied Academy and my lecturers for their guidance and my classmates for their contribution for their contribution to this process. So the tools I used and the methods I used was the first tool I used. Sorry, the tool I'm using for this analysis is Power BI, and my data source is England and Wales crime data set. So I got the data set, police data set, and then geo crime data sets. The techniques I used was data cleaning, Power Query, DAX measures, visualization, that is bar chart, line charts, KPIs, and slicers. My limitations for this analysis are like, as we know, time constraints. So time was a very big factor. I had limited time for deep analytic um, statistical analysis. Sorry, and then data quality issues, presence of blank regions, which requires additional filtering. So I had to filter some blank regions out. Then incomplete informations. Some offenses categories lack sufficient details. So I had to like filter them, I had to like clean them out. So my key metrics for this analysis is total offenses and yearly average offenses, then police counties, which is also in our data set. It was stored as police, I think, force, name of force or something like that. Sorry, I can't remember it. So I tried using a KPI, but I noticed it was not giving me any relationship when I used my slicer, so I had to remove it. I tried using unique crimes to carry out my analysis, and I just noticed that it was not. In fact, I noticed that the whole of my offense data set table, offense dimension table, was not responding. So I had to take it out and find another KPI last minute. So I decided to use the police county KPIs. So now from this visualization I have done from the data, after cleaning my data in Power Query, I came to DAX to create measures. I did some feature engineering. I created measures, and I was able to from these measures relating to my questions. Sorry, I would like to read out my questions
Why are you
if
sending
you
me
don't
this
mind.
present, please?
Sorry, please, I cannot see the screen. So if you can hear me, can you please like indicate? Can everybody hear me? Hello?
Yeah, Sonia, we can hear you. We can hear you. People are giving you thumbs up, but I can see that you can't see because you are sharing your screen. We
Yes,
can hear
thank
you.
you, sir. So my first question was, what is the total number of crime recorded over the given time period? The second question was, how has the crime rate changed over time? And is there a noticeable trend? My third question was, which type of crime are the most and the least frequent, and how can law enforcement address them? The fourth one was, how does crime distribution vary across different regions in England and Wales? Number 5 was, which quarter of the year has the highest crime rate, and what factors might contribute to this pattern? So from this first chart here, whereas the chart was the title of this chart is crime distribution by quarter. So as we can see from this, we'll see that the first quarter has a higher crime rate, number of crime recorded the first quarter. So each first quarter has high crime recorded over time, over the time series of this analysis. So, and if you notice, the other quarters has a reduced crime rate, a crime recorded across the quarter. So if you notice, this is quite high, with about 14.7 million, then followed by this, and then the third quarter, then the fourth quarter. So, and then I also have this chart here that shows the sum of number of offenses by financial year. So for some reason this is not well arranged, so but I would like to still say something from it. So if we notice, the first financial year had like higher crimes, like, and then over time it kind of reduced. But I want to believe that because the method of data, the method in which they used in saving data changed. I think they changed it to a more sophisticated way and a more accurate way of collecting data. So I don't know if that's part of it. That was the reason why there's a kind of decline in the number of crime recorded, in the number of offenses by financial year. So on this table, it's shown here the percentage decline in crimes over time. So less 2012. So we can see that 2013 had like a negative figure here that shows that there was like, I think, a very high drop in crime, and then I think 2020 as well. So but the overall percentage change in crime between 2012 and 2013 was 0.03%. So which is quite small, but at least it didn't increase, but it can be better. So this time series, the visualization here shows the relationship between the sum of number of crime over time and sorry, excuse me. So we notice that the highest crime rate occurs in the first quarter annually, and then we also notice a sudden increase, possibly due to specific events and policy change, and overall crime fluctuates by shows of repeating seasonal patterns. So overall, sorry, I wrote these things down because I want to just say everything I wanted to say. So overall trend, okay, the first one was crime peak. So highest crime rate occurs in the first quarter annually. Sudden spike, noticeable sudden increase, possibly due to specific events or policy changes on this line chart. And then trends over time, crime fluctuates but shows a repeating seasonal pattern, and I will leave the recommendation for later. So the next one is the next page. So here is still my header and um my KPIs. Sorry, before I forgot to use my slides. So we'll notice here that there's a relationship. If I choose a region, for example, the West Midland region, we notice that there is a change in all this visualization here. We notice that in this region, the total offense is 2 million, which is quite small compared to the overall offense. Then we notice that the average offense is 185.9K. And then the police county in this region is there are just 3 police counties for this region. I'm going to select another one, and I'm going to select North East region. And then you see in North East region they have 4 million total number of offenses. And then you see the average, the year average, and then the number of police counties, which is just 4, and so on and so forth. So
It's okay. Maybe
so I'm going to just move to my next page.
What's the name, please?
So total crime by offense group. So this is a visualization showing the total crime as opposed to offense group. So we'll notice that the highest crime that has been committed over time to the tune of 20.1 million is theft offenses, and then the lowest is possessions of weapon. So and then the second highest is violence against violence against persons, then fraud offenses, and so on and so forth. And then we notice I also have this visualization of total crime by region. And in this total crime by region, the reason why I have this visualization here, this is because I want to first know the crime that is more that has the more likelihood to occur, and then the least. Then also the regions that have more crime rates, and then the ones with the least crime rates. So we notice that South Wales is a very densely populated region, and it has the highest crime rates, followed by Yorkshire and the Humber. So then the least is West Midland region, and so we know that these places need a lot of focusing on. So then I also have this visualization for first names and total crimes. So this is just showing the total crimes recorded by each county. So we notice that the highest crime recorded is in the Southeast region, which is this police station called Metropolitan Police Station County. It has about 9.0 million crimes approximately, and then the list is Hampshire. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this name well. So, and if you've noticed, if we touch any of this, it shows the changes. All these visualizations are related to each other. So, if you touch any one of them, it will show you the places that are affected. So, for example, okay, this is the highest in all. So let me touch theft offenses. So theft offenses is not predominant in Southeastern region, is not. So that's not what is their main offense there, and it's like almost less than half of what was recorded in this place, even though it has like the highest amount of crime recorded cases. And then if we go and touch another case, we can just know that okay, in this police county, yes, they have more of fraud offenses recorded in these counties. So they don't really have the other offenses that much. They barely have them, just very little percent. So they, like I said, all these tables all these charts are related. So Are we here?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So my recommendation, okay. I recommend that my first recommendation, I recommend that because crime is highest in this southeastern region due to the dense population and some other reasons which were not stated here. I recommend that we deploy that the police force deploy more police personnel and establish additional police stations in the southern region where crime rates are highest due to high population density. Then there should be increase in patrols and surveillance in urban hotspots. And secondly, targeted crime prevention initiatives on on sensitization campaigns. Okay, so police should go on sensitization campaigns for crimes with high rates. For example, theft, places whereby theft is predominant, the police should go on sensitization campaigns on how they can reduce this crime rates, probably teaching the citizens, the people that live in those areas to enforce their to reinforce their homes and to also have self-defense mechanisms and even abuse case. Then organize workshops to educate the public on self-defense and preventive measures against common crime. Thirdly, seasonal crime strategies. So since crime rate sparks in the first quarter, from this table, we know that the first quarter has the highest crime rate. So we know that yes, this period, it's expected that crime rates will be high. Police should be also on the watch for crime during this period. They should deploy more police during this period, especially in areas identified as crime prone. Launch special operations targeting peak periods for specific crimes. Then resource distribution, transfer police. So some of these regions whereby the police are not, the crime rates are not so high, they can move they can take out some they can invest more on the places with the highest crime. From this research, we have seen places with that are prone to high crimes and kind of crimes that are likely to occur there. So they can move this police, some of these counties. They can just move some of these counties, or they can move some of the police officers to those areas, and they can spend more money, allocate more money to creating more police stations, and also find strategies in which they can use strategies which is effective to reduce crime in those areas. Then
Sonia, you can begin to round up. Well done. Just
I'm
begin to
done.
round
I'm
up.
done, sir.
Okay.
Establish mobile units for rapid response in areas using crime trends. So they can come up with since this is a time whereby the communication is at its peak, and there are many ways in which you can communicate to law enforcement. Law enforcement can come up with hotlines and applications that you can use to get rapid response in areas where that are dense and prone to crimes. Thank you so much, everyone. Please, questions and comments.
Well done, Sonia. You see, who will know that this one, she's somebody that didn't want to even, she wasn't too confident on herself. See how you have set the pace. Mercy, you are welcome. Well done. So we'll be giving room for comments and observations. Mr. Namdi has been raising his hand since, so I'm giving him the very first opportunity. Mr. Shei, get set, please, after Mr. Namdi. Go on ahead, sir, Mr. Namdi.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Ibrahim. Hold on, Sonia. So I don't want to give comments now. We will take the entire presentation before we come back to give comments. But I want to say Sonia has put people in trouble. How will you start with this kind of high pace, like setting a very high standard? How do you want me to go? This is superb. Like I'm really proud of you. Well done, Sonia. But your standard is too high. And so those people that are here to present, people should go and
Thank you.
buckle up because we must beat Sonia's presentation. Well done. So let's take the second presentation. After that, we can give our feedback.
Okay, for now, we had a long discussion with Mr. Godwin, and Mr. Godwin gave me 1,001 reasons which I can't fault in any way. Mr. Godwin, not that he's not confident in himself. I think this week, I met with them on Thursday. Yes, online, and he had just come in from Lagos. So eventually he has not even been following even what was done on Thursday. He wasn't even following anything at all. He didn't even hear that there will be presentation today. That's what even happened to Mr. Godwin. He confirmed to me that he had called Sonia this afternoon, and Sonia told her yes, there will be presentation. Also, he said at present he is not even around because of his movement. He came in from Lagos, and in Abuja he's been trying to relocate. He went to Kaduna, so it's like he's in Kaduna or he's coming back from Kaduna, so he's not settled. So we can give him the benefit of doubt. It's Mercy that I've been trying to communicate with. I don't know. Mercy, are you ready to make your presentation? I've been looking for you today, Mercy. Mercy. Mercy, if you don't make your presentation today, you can't make your presentation again. No. If you don't make presentation today, I don't know. It will really be good.
Yeah, sorry. Messi, can we hear from you? What are your challenges? Or what's the issue, please? Messi, please, we would appreciate it if you can unmute your mic and talk to us. Let's know how we can be of help.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon,
Hi.
Mercy.
My network is not stable, and I'm not feeling too strong. I slept off, so I just went to that's why. And my network is not stable.
Sorry about that, Mercy. But are you done with your Power BI? Are you done? Is your dashboard set?
No, my dashboard is not set.
Okay.
I'm not.
Sorry, we didn't know you were down. Wow. I hope it's not exam fever that is catching almost everyone. I just hope so. It's okay. Wishing you fast and quick recovery. Just take your time, and let's see if there will be chance for as many of you that want to make presentations tomorrow. Tayo.
All right. Oh, okay.
I just wanted to ask Tayo if his light is bad, because Tayo is ready. It's just the light. His PC is off.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Tayo is ready.
Oh, I see.
Tayo, are you hearing? I don't know if your light is back. Adedeji Tayo.
There is no light, sir.
Up till now.
Yes, sir.
Are you sure we will not look for how to create lights? It's okay. Mr. Anamdi, you can go on, please.
All right. Thank you. Sonia, please put up your screen again. Thank you very much, Ibrahim and Sonia. Well done. Well done. So just to give some background, for those of you who were in class, I think 2 classes ago, or just 2 classes ago, Ibrahim, if I'm wrong, please correct me, where you had to begin to show Sonia around.
Yes,
Am I
sir.
correct?
Yes, sir. Very true,
As at,
sir.
as at that point, Sonia didn't know what was going on in Power BI because she was very much behind, very much behind. And I even sent a private message to Mr. Ibrahim. I said, please stop. You are wasting other people's time. Let's just move on. But thank God for the Spirit of God that fell on Ibrahim that made him, take his time to actually show Sonia those little things he showed her. It was at that point the veil that was covering Sonia's eye was unveiled, and then she began to see.
So that you're all of a sudden speaking like a man of God in this evening.
My brother,
wow.
you don't understand.
It's true.
We are-
Very true, please. It's very true.
We have received the unction to function. So the way Sonia caught the fire like this, you see it fear me. When she called me today, and in fact, she has been sending me messages. She just caught the fire. So Sonia, well done. I'm truly impressed. So now, why am I saying this? I'm saying this because one thing I've come to realize in life is that the way God has actually created man is such a way that is very amazing. It's very surprising to see that whatever you set your heart to do, whatever it is on this earth that you set your heart to do, and you are determined to do it, you can do it. I'm saying this, I don't know, Sonia, I guess her network has kicked her out. So whatever, I'm telling you, this is not woman of God thing now. This is life itself. So I was surprised actually when Sonia, she has been following up with me, sending me her updates. She knew that I was disappointed in her because we had an agreement, and Sonia had agreed before she started the course. So she knew that okay, you should not do where I would not be happy with her. So I saw the zeal in her so I know that. And again, we all know, everybody on this call, because you are in Nigeria, I'm saying Nigeria too. I've not jackpot yet. All right. So I understand the situation of the country when it comes to power issue, when it comes to internet, especially the data, the internet, no one data. So data is one handle. Internet, the strength, bandwidth is also another big problem that we've all been facing. That is another constraints or another kind of obstacle. Then data, another hand again. When you recharge before you know it is gone. But regardless of all of these challenges, all of these constraints, if you have set your heart to do it, you will definitely get it done. So I want to use this opportunity to encourage every other person on the call. Sonia caught the fire just 2 classes ago, and this is what she's been able to come up with. You see all this design you are seeing from Sonia's dashboard. It was just that little announcement I gave today, just this morning. Not that she has started doing this design since like we started. Just this morning, I said I'm available between now and 11 a.m. If anybody has any issue, I'll be ready to. I was feeling sleepy, serious. I needed to sleep, but I said, no, let me just do this. And Sonia reached out to me. I just gave her 1 or 2 tips and see the way her dashboard is looking. Isn't that amazing? Just 1 or 2 tips I gave her. I didn't even spend so much time with her on the call. But because she's determined to do this, and I'm really proud of her that she had done it. So I wanted to know that this course you are taking with us, we have scheduled things. I know a lot of people are just relaxing, right? Of course, we're Nigerians now. They are relaxing and hoping that, okay, and Sheda is tea time. Sheda is tea time. Sheda is tea time. Procrastination. Sheda is tea time. By Monday morning, we are releasing new set of materials for SQL, and nobody is coming back to Power BI. For those of you who are here to present today, and if you don't present tomorrow, we move, right? So when you start calling people, in fact, I don't think you even have the time to call people for the attention for your Power BI again. You will not even have, because SQL is here, you have to battle with SQL. All right, so when you were signing up for the course, when we were telling you that this is going to be work,
you have to dedicate time. You should know that we mean it. And if you sincerely go through this course the way it should be tackled, sincerely, you yourself will know that, okay, there's no how you finish this training with Datafied that you will not have a very high level or a very high a very high sense of data analyst and begin to do things. Most of the students that are doing interns with us now, like they're amazing every day. The ones doing internship with us, they amaze me every day with the way they are actually, executing the tasks that's been assigned to them. And these are the people that were able to scale through the training. Of course, the qualification to intern with Datafied technologies is that you must complete your training. And by completing your training, you have to do all your assignments, you have to do your presentations, everything. So you know what it means now. All right. I'm just taking time for Tina to join back, but I see that she's not yet back. I wanted her to give her feedback, but we hope she will join back. I hope it's not her system that went off or just network. Okay, so if she doesn't come back, let me just give a general feedback, which will also benefit others, those people who, even if you are not ready, even if you don't have a dashboard, if you have not presented, I want to just give a general feedback for those of you to also learn from, so that when you're giving a presentation tomorrow, you can use the same idea. So please let me know once you can see my screen. I want to share my screen, but I'm sharing a different dashboard, not the one that we worked on, but just to give you an idea of what is expected of you. My screen is up. Please confirm you can see it by giving me thumbs up. Thank you very much, Ibrahim. I can see Ibrahim's reaction. Thank you, Yetunde. So this is a dashboard, right, for a different data set, not for the crime data set. This one is for hotel bookings data set. I'll point on a few things that I believe Sonia would go over this recording when she gets back, or she might join us before we end the call. When you want to present, usually for this week, you are meant to create Power BI service accounts, and on a norm, you are supposed to present from the Power BI service. But we did not require you to do that because Power BI or Microsoft, since from 2024 rather, since the beginning of 2024, Microsoft's policy about Power BI service changed drastically. So we are still looking for a perfect way to getting you learn how to publish dashboard in Power BI service. Before 2024, through 2023, 2022, we had a smoother process or smoother method of doing that. You can create an account there's a particular route to follow to create an account in Microsoft Power BI service, then publish a dashboard, and then share the link with anyone who you need them to see the dashboard. But from the beginning of 2024, the policy changed slightly, and it's becoming difficult to create free accounts. You have to pay for it. So that is the reason why. So if you are presenting from Power BI service, your dashboard can be full screen. All of these tabs and pins won't be obstacle. They won't block the view. But now that we're not able to achieve that, and if you are still battling creating an account in Microsoft Power BI, Microsoft Power BI service, please, I wouldn't want you to spend so much time on it. Don't stress yourself too much, please. Just learn the skill that is required to build dashboard for now. There are always different ways to achieving Power BI service. Again, let me repeat myself, and let me be very clear. The singular reason why we wanted you to be able to create an account is to learn how to publish your dashboard, and it's a very simple process, very, very simple. So even if you don't learn how to publish dashboard to Power BI service now, you can always learn it at your time. All right. So please, if you are finding it difficult, don't spend so much time there. Use that time to learn more about Power BI desktop. Having said that, if you want to publish or if you want to present your screen, for those of you that are presenting tomorrow, ensure that you collapse all of these pins. Collapse the visualization pin, collapse the data pin, collapse this ribbon, collapse the ribbon. So everything collapse like this, and then your dashboard has enough space. Did you see what I just did now? If you notice what I did here, please give me thumbs up. So your dashboard, you have enough space to breathe, and then you can have a better view of your dashboard. That is one. Secondly, I know that we've not touched on data storytelling as a course, although it's one of the courses that you will take. Sonia she tried, at least for the first time presenting from Power BI. She tried. So, but we want you to bring in an element of data storytelling. Remember, we said at the beginning of before she started the presentation, that you are not presenting to a technical team. So when you're presenting to a technical team, there are some technical terms that will be required of you to mention. Technical terms like, I went into Power Query and using a method of using the add column by example method, I added a particular column by example, and the example I used was selecting the financial quarter column as well as the year column, and I gave an example. You can always show the example you gave. Then Power BI was able to generate others. Now, looking through the data sets for the Power Query view, I had to engineer a feature and engineer more features. I looked through the date column. I noticed that we had just the financial year. And from the financial year, I noticed I could engineer more features as the year column, the quarter column, the day column, and I did all of those using the add column. So those are some technical terms that you'll be mentioning when you're giving a technical presentation. Then I went to the data modeling view. When I tried to create a relationship between the offense dimension and the date dimension, I discovered that, okay, such relationship cannot be created because they don't have common column. Then I gave it a primary key, mention those jargons for technical presentation. But when you're giving a non-technical presentation, you assume that people who are on the call do not know anything. They don't know jack about Power BI operations. They don't even know what visualization pin is. They don't even know what filters are. They don't know enough slicer. So all they want to hear is what you have done. How can we use to better our lives? The analysis you have done, how can I use it to improve my processes as a business owner? The analysis you have done, how can we get insights to fight crimes? That is what they want to hear. So you're focusing on the insights and the recommendations. I love the fact that Sonia also gave recommendations. They are focusing more on the insights and the recommendations. Am I communicating? Not technical jargons. For instance, and you have to tie it to a story. Here is the data set. Here is a dashboard on hotel booking. Let's assume I want to present this. This is what you expect of you. And this is what you do as a data analyst when you begin to work. Because you find yourself giving presentation on a daily basis. Like you have to be presenting dashboard or report, either verbally or written. And you have to be good in doing that. I want to present this report. Although it's been a while, I have worked with these data sets, so I can't really remember what it is all about fully, but I'll try my best to see what I can do, just to help you imagine what you should do, because we hope to have better dashboard tomorrow, better presentation. Now, first of all, look at the dashboard I'm presenting on my screen. It's not like rainbow color. Even what Sonia did too, fantastic. I gave her the ideas, suggestions, and she followed my suggestions and recommendation, and her dashboard came out fine. So use a particular color theme. 1, 2 colors, maximum 1, 2 colors, with different blends. That is what you should look out for. Don't use rainbow color. So I want to present. Good day, stakeholders. My name is Nnamdi, and I'm a data analyst with Datafied Technologies. The hotel, ABC Hotel, got through to us to help run the analysis on their bookings, because they discovered some inconsistencies with the rate of bookings or booking rates from their clients, and they also observed some activities about their bookings and their hotel services. So hence the reason why they came to us as data analysts to help dig into the data sets that was given. And from the dashboard I have, we would see that we have a percentage of special requests. So request comes into the hotel on some day-to-day basis. So of the requests that the hotel gets through online booking, personal requests coming in, walking into the hotel, notice that there were about 54.97% of special requests for people who book, ahead of time. And of the requests that was gotten, we noticed a total of 53 total cancellation. So some people who gave special requests or walk into the hotel, they had about 53,000 total cancellation. All right, 53,000 total cancellation. And there's an average of waiting days. We discovered that we have an average of waiting days. I would have loved to see, sorry, I'm digressing now. I'd have loved to see total, okay, good. There's total bookings. So I should start with total bookings. Like I said again, it's been a while I have opened this dashboard or work with the data set, so I might not flow so much, but I want to bring this story here. So let me start with total bookings. The total bookings on the norm should come first. So from the data set presented to us, we discovered that they had a total of 141,000 bookings approximately, of which 57,000 of those bookings were cancelled. So, and this is a very serious issue. The hotel had to look into what was, the cause of all of this. Well, we hope to answer that with the analysis we've done. And of this number of cancellation, of this number of bookings, some persons had to wait for some number of days. And of those number of persons, we had 2.31 average waiting days for people who had already booked ahead of time to be able to check into the hotel. Okay. And the hotel, from the data you gave us, we noticed that you had some agents, which we had about 334 agents work with you. People can book to lodge in the hotel or to hold different events. And we can see that we have some average booking change of 0.21, and the bookings and the booking ratio, the cancellation rate is given as 14/5. So it means for every 14 bookings, 5 people cancel. So that is what gave rise to this 53K total cancellation. And so looking at total bookings by distribution channels, so there are different distribution channels of which people usually book to lodge in the hotel to do an event. From this pie chart, you would notice that we had a lot of about 82% of the TATO distribution channel from which people book to lodge in this hotel to organize events. That is the highest number of percentage. So I would say that we look at this channel and see how to keep the flow, all right, keep the flow. And we may want to even dive deep to see how the people who book through this channel, their distribution in terms of, or their behavior in terms of the number of waiting days or the cancellation rate. So if I click on this particular bar, I would see that, okay, I would see that of this number, there are about 48,000 total cancellations. So it means that a lot of people who booked through this channel TA/TO had, in fact, the highest number of them cancelled their booking. So we would also look into that and give recommendation appropriately. And then the next channel that follows, which covers about 12%, is that by direct booking, people who book directly, and then followed by the corporate booking, which is just about 5.75%. And there is a very little number here, which is very tiny. Can I see the one that has 19%? That's about GDS booking. So, and that is just very tiny number compared to, so 0. Very less than 1%, less than 1% channel. Okay, now let's quickly study the trend. So when we dig deep into the data and looking at the trend of booking over time, we see that we have total bookings and total cancellation because we're interested in the cancellation rates as well as the booking rate. And the trend, the way it behaves over the period of time, is that was collected from January to December for the entire period of years. I can't remember the years now. We noticed there's an increase. So from January seemed to be the least booking period, and the peak booking period seemed to be in August. So I think this is probably due to the holiday period. August is usually holiday period, so it shows that a lot of people seem to book for hotels usage around that holiday period, and then there was a drop when there was an increase in booking from between May and June. We had a slight drop again, and it increases again until it gets to the peak, the highest booking rate. So as we look into this period of booking, we can also dig deep to see, okay, August of course is the highest booking, then total bookings and total cancellation by companies from at this peak period where people book. We want to see the company that the total booking, and the company that canceled the most is this one, 45. The company is called, these are the different IDs of the company. ID 45, you can dig deep to look at which company has ID 45. Those are the companies that canceled the more. You can check through to see what happened there when we dig deep into the data set. All right, so, and then you go on and on and on and on and on and on. Okay, so you go on and on, try to explain what is happening in your data set, giving insights, and then you also give recommendation. You can do a way that you describe all the insights, then at the end give recommendation. All right, or you can talk about a particular chart, give the insights in that chart, and then give recommendation as well. Talk about the next one, give insight, so you can choose whether you want to finish your presentation before you give your final recommendation, or you want to talk about each insight and give recommendation. So, but you see the way I was struggling to flow in this chart, because this is not well presented, like it's not ordered. So the way you want to talk about your data, in fact, as you're putting your dashboard together, you begin to imagine your presentation. So what do you want to talk about first? So I started by, because of these cards were not aligned properly, I started by talking about the percentage of special requests, which is not so, it doesn't make sense, because I'm supposed to start with total number of bookings. I want to know what's the total number of bookings before I start talking about percentage of total special requests. So with this, based on this I just said, I think I'd like to mention that there are two main layout formats in any data visualization. We have the Z format, which means that you start talking about the visualizations from the left to the right in this order. Then you come down again, you go left, right. Then you come down again, go left, right. So that's like the Z format, right? Then we also have the F format. F, like you go this way from left to right, then you come down, talk about this one, right? Then you conclude the other visualizations. So depending on how you want to talk about your charts, but it's always advisable to start from left to right. You arrange your charts that way. So you don't speak on one and don't speak on this chart and jump to this particular one. Okay, except you want to filter something and make reference to this one, but you go this order, talk about your charts in this order, which means that even the way this particular dashboard I'm showing you is arranged is not well presented. We had to do some rearrangements to have a smooth discussion. So I believe that with this key point of mind, before I turn off my mic, one thing I also wanted to talk about concerning Sonia's dashboard is the arrangement and the alignment. You see, the space between your cards and your charts have to be distributed evenly. If you look at this chart, the space between these cards, they are evenly distributed. So one shouldn't be far from the other. Even the size of the card also should be equal, almost equal. Well, like this one has larger figures. You can see it tends to be a little bit wider than this one, but the difference shouldn't be so obvious. So these are some of the tips I just wanted to give us. And I don't know, has Sonia been able to join back? Okay, Sonia, you're back. Welcome back.
Yes, sir, I'm back.
So I didn't know you joined back. Please quickly show us a dashboard again, quickly. I was just giving a general overview, general feedback, because we noticed that you went off. But sorry, before you put up a dashboard, I don't know, does anyone have any question for me? Are there questions based on what I have said, the tips I have given so far, and the suggestions? Are there questions? Okay, in the absence of questions, let's take Sonia's let's give Sonia specific feedback, and then we'll call it a day. We'll allow others to go about completing their dashboard. Sonia, please, let's see your screen quickly. Let's just spend the next 5 minutes and then end this meeting. So everybody should go and work on their dashboard. We need to see your dashboard tomorrow. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Sonia. Well done. So of course, I've said a lot of things while you were away. I hope you would get to listen to them. First thing first, I love your recommendation. The fact that I want to start with the last thing you did. I love that you were able to give a recommendation at the end of your presentation, which is something that is very, very important. You can't just come, show us, give us insight and leave us hanging. And then your header, your title has dark color, and then the background of the title has dark color. The title is also dark color. So whenever you're using dark color background, use bright color as your text. If you're using bright color background, use dark color as your text. You can see the way your entire dashboard has something light gold with black on it. So that is black on light color, and that looks really well, really fine. But having dark title background and dark title color is making it not come out well. So you can change either the background color or the title, the text color, using a bright color. And next is your table. I would have preferred that your table is also transparent instead of having it white, because it's just off. But when looking at it, it is very odd compared to other charts and visualizations. So you should just hold on. Let me finish. You don't need to go anywhere. You should consider using the same formatting style for other charts on the table. Okay. And I would have loved that you use some color, highlighting color, to show those places that had percentage year-on-year crime with negative value. That negative value here should be maybe plus, because if it has negative value, it's good for us, or it's good for the police department, in the sense that negative value would mean that compared to the previous year, there were fewer offenses recorded this year. I hope that is correct.
Yes,
So
sir.
look at the value for total crime this year. That is, I can't see your screen very well. I don't know. But I think total crime last year is less than total crime this year from your table. Is that correct for 2013?
Yes, sir. With 0.03%.
No, I'm talking about 2013.
Okay, 2013.
What?
Yes, it's lesser.
Which one is?
2013 has 4,400,200.
Which of those two values are bigger? I can't see it clearly here.
This is bigger. 2014 is bigger. Okay, it increased.
Between 2013 and 2012.
2012 is bigger than 2013.
So that means that negative value means that it is better for the police department, right? So
Yes,
you want to use your negative here. Your negative, you want it to be, so ordinarily negative values are for that representation are usually green. We usually use green codes to represent negative values with an arrow pointing down. But when that is, especially I'm looking at percentage change. But when it's positive value, we use did I say green for negative? I mean red. We usually use red for negative with an arrow pointing down or a triangle pointing down. Those formatting can be done in Power BI. But if it is positive value, we use green with a triangle pointing up, right? But in this case, the negative value is better for the police department, right? So in this case, you can use green for negative as against red, and you can use green with an arrow pointing down as against red. So the green here will mean that, okay, the number of offenses recorded last year is more compared to this year. So this year there are fewer offenses captured. Do you understand? So
Yes,
you can use those color coding. So because if you have this color coding on your table, it's easy for people to see insight from it. So even from my end, as I'm not seeing the figures clearly, when I see the color codes and the triangle pointing up or down, I can easily say, okay, this is better this year compared to last year, or this is worse this year compared to last year. That color coding with those symbols, we speak volume, right? You speak volume. So those are two recommendations under your table.
Okay.
Then I would have preferred that this your line graph should be black. This line that is blue, because the blue here is off, like it's not doesn't align with your color code.
Yes, sir.
So you should have made it black so that it's just what's it, gold and black that you're working with. And okay, so
Next
your titles can be better. At least your crime distribution by quota makes sense. Sum of number of offenses by financial year. I don't understand. Okay, sum of number of offenses. So that can be better. So you shouldn't make your description so long. You can say number of offenses by financial year. That is better. So why do you say sum of number of offenses? So you can make it better that way. Okay, let's go to the next page.
Okay, sir.
All right, so this next page, why don't you? I would have preferred that your slicer would be at the position where total offenses is, and then your total offenses can be at the point where yearly average is, and yearly average can be at the point where slicer is. And again, I want to even say, is this not? Wait, go back to page 1. Don't we have the total offenses and average there already in page 1?
Yes, so I brought them back to the.
Okay, so that's the repetition. You don't need to repeat. Look for other metrics to visualize as against those three charts. You don't need to repeat them. It's a repetition. We don't need that. You can do some other things and visualize them. If you must have 2 pages, you don't want to repeat any chart. Then total crime by offense group. This is fine. Okay. So this the x-axis title that says offense group. I don't know why the title can be off. It can be off to give the chart a better space or more space. Total crime can also be off the axis title for your charts to have more space. You can do that for your charts because it is descriptive enough. So you don't have to describe them again. And okay, let me just stop there so that I don't give all the whole feedback. Let me allow others to have 1 or 2 things to say. But so overall, yes, go ahead. Let me hear you.
So, sir, I tried making this transparent as well, but it just gave resolution for just the edges. I tried for some few other times, and it refused to take the whole table into that format. So I just left it. And then when I heard I was going to present first, I had to just leave the editing to prepare myself for the presentation.
Awesome.
Yes, sir.
Well done. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
So Ibrahim, that'll be all from my side.
Thank you, Mr. Nnamdi. Can we all give a thumbs up to Mr. Nnamdi? He has given everyone the expo that Sonia didn't have. So we expect that what Sonia, the standard she has set, let us surpass her standard. While Sonia, we expect that the feedback you have received, you go and update your dashboard, update your analysis, and this is what you will be making, or this is the presentation you will share on your LinkedIn page. You already have 2 dashboards, so it is something you can share on LinkedIn page. Then secondly, make sure you create your own repository in your GitHub account. It is very, very important to have this saved in your GitHub account. It shows it is one of your very first projects that you've carried out. Now, as you grow, you will appreciate the pace of your growth. I want to give the time to Mr. Shei to make his own comments. Mr. Shei, please come up. Thank you. Mr. Easy,
did you call my name? You just called me, Abby. I just wanted to share my name.
Give your own feedback to Sonia. Your own feedback.
Okay, because I don't know the feedback I will give now after Nnamdi has spoken. I now don't know what I will say, but I mean, Ibu should not do this to me next time, please. Let me speak before Nnamdi. Sonia, well done. Well done. Aside from your table that you did not get the opportunity to finish, I love your color theme. It is not shouty. It is simple.
Thank you,
Yes, yes, it's good. So just effect the changes that Nnamdi has mentioned. And I also want to say something that Nnamdi mentioned at the beginning after your presentation. Guys, see, the way this thing works is you have to give it as much time as possible. I'm very sure that Sonia must have disturbed a lot of us to get to this point. It was when Nnamdi was speaking, I was like, that's true. Sonia disturbed me yesterday too. Like, for real, we spent time. I was at the office and she was just on my neck. And trust me, that's how it works. That's how we get this done, right? She would not have been at this point right now if she did not make sure that she did all that she could to get here. So well done, Sonia. So yes,
Thank
just effect the corrections that Nnamdi mentioned. And yes, that's what I'm going to say. Well done. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Shei. Mr. Easy, I saw you jumped in. If you can, do you have any comment for Sonia, please? Mr. Easy.
Hi everyone. Nothing really. I mean, I joined late, but looking at the dashboard right now, all I have to say is well done, Sonia, and nice job. Like as Shay said, the color team is really, really good. And
Thank you.
this is what we expect from everyone here at Datafied Technologies. As she has said, we are all open to you guys to reach out to us in case you need help. Well done once again, Sonia.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Easy. So, I wouldn't want to take too much time. If we will even spend time, 5:30, we leave here. If we are spending any time. So, Sonia, you have heard so much. I have already told you what you need to do. Go and update, work on it, post on your LinkedIn page. I want to see that post. I want to see your post. I want you to share your post with us. When you post, you share the link of your post in the WhatsApp group and tell your class colleagues that you have made a post, and everyone should go and help you like and make their comments. Is that okay, Sonia? That's what you need to do. And this is what we expect from every single one of you. And like we've said, please, when you think you have any challenge, reach out to us. We are available so that you become better and you become the best. Thank you all, and we'll give you this time so that you go on ahead and continue with your work. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you all.